Eric Haluzik with All Corners Home Inspections. This is an attic evaluation or a roof structure evaluation for this single family home here in Monmouth, Oregon. As with all the videos in this report, we would request that you view this video as supplemental to the written version of the report to which this video has been attached. This category of challenge we're going to address here falls under the category of something that falls outside the scope and limitations of what an Oregon home inspection is liable for. Structural alterations have been made to this attic space and to the roof, presumably to the roof structure, to allow for access to the area above this home. Presumably, I'm making an assumption here, this home was not designed to have this space as livable area. This could be a significant threat to life and property during a structure fire, creates issues for heating and air conditioning, and the workmanship of the electrical and some of the structural alterations were, at the time of the inspection, less than workmanlike in nature. Let me address one of the structural challenges here. When this home was built, the ceiling joists, those members that create the ceiling above your head in the main living space, ran from the front of the structure, which is in this direction, to the rear of the structure in that orientation. In order to provide access to this portion of the home, a number of ceiling joists, and I'm assuming it's probably 8 ceiling joists, had to have been removed. That's perfectly fine if you have an architectural designer and or a structural engineer design this sort of thing, but in this case I don't believe that that is the case, or at least the builder, if there was a contractor available for this build, did not build to those plans. And here's why. The load from the roof needed to be redistributed when these ceiling joists were presumably removed, and then those loads needed to be distributed to the adjacent walls. So this rear wall, this front wall adjacent to the garage space, and then the perimeter foundation, which is in the area behind the washer and dryer. None of these framing members, this is a 2x6, none of these framing members here appear to have been engineered in a way that would be sufficient for distributing this load. None of the lumber has been selected in a way that would prevent sagging. You can see a knot is facing downhill and it's splitting, opening itself up over time. Alterations have been made to give further support to this structure. However, these are woefully insufficient in the professional opinion of both this contractor as well as an inspector. The studs here are being supported by a number of ad hoc blocks simply scabbed onto the plate below that wall. In addition to those challenges, fire separation conditions exist here, where if in the event of a garage fire, which is where the majority of structure fires occur in single-family homes in Oregon now, there is no unobstructed pathway to prevent that fire from accessing this now living space. In addition to that, air circulation conditions would occur here, and the ceiling joists that remain in the area above the living space were presumably not designed to carry load requirements for human habitation. In addition to those challenges, the attic structure probably was altered. The vertical support of this attic structure was more than likely altered to allow for the spacious area above the home. We would recommend a licensed engineer be called upon to make an evaluation to this space and make necessary design alterations to allow for this space to become habitable or revert this space back to its original form. Eric Haluzik, All Corners Home Inspections.